everybody and welcome back to my channel. So very recently I put up a picture on my Instagram where I was wearing this look. I was actually going to a book club meeting where we sort of were reading this book about this really gothic girl. So I decided to sort of dress the part, nails included, and I put up the picture and I had no intention of doing a tutorial on the look. But I got so many compliments for that look and I had so many of you guys asking me to do a tutorial on the look, so I thought, why the hell not? So if you guys want to see how I achieved this look and how you can achieve this look, then just keep watching.
So I'm going to start off with the Lakme 9 to 5 Weightless Mousse Foundation, and I'm just going to dot this all over my face. Then I'm just going to rub this in with my fingers, just to create a really nice flawless looking base. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in two different shades. So the first shade is just a little bit lighter than my skin, and I'm using this to highlight. So I'm using this under my eyes, on my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, and on my chin. Then going in with the second concealer, which is just my skin tone, I'm putting that on any spots that I may have. Then I'm going in with this beauty sponge and just blending it all till it looks nice and flawless. Again, you want to take your time with this because this is your base and you want to create a really nice flawless looking base for this look. So don't worry if you're taking a little too much time with this. Then I'm going to set all of my base in place using the L'Oreal Matte Magique powder. And with that, the base makeup is done. Next, I'm going into my brows. Now for this look, I do want stronger and bold brows. So first I'm just using a spoolie to sort of brush my brows, and then I'm using some eyeshadow to fill them in. So I'm filling in just the arch of my brows and the front ends. And I'm using a sort of dark grey eyeshadow to do this. Then I'm going in with a spoolie again and just brushing my brows so that the powder just gets dispersed in my brows really nicely. Then going in with my eyebrow gel, I'm just setting all of my brow hairs in place so they look really nice and feathery. Now moving on to my eyes. So first I'm taking this light brown shade, which is very close to my actual eye color, and applying this all over my eyelid. It's just going to create a really nice base for all the shadows. Then I'm going in with a really light brown color and applying this in my crease. You can obviously take any eyeshadow that you have that matches this color. Again, this is just going to help us to define the crease a little bit. Then going in with that grey shade that I used to fill in my brows, I'm applying this in the outer corner of my crease. This is again going to define your crease a little bit more and add a little more depth and dimension to the look. Now I'm just going in with a kohl pencil, and this is one by Sugar Cosmetics, and I'm just tight lining my top and lower waterline with this. Then I'm using the same pencil to sort of draw a line on my eyelid. Now you don't have to be too careful with this because we're completely going to smudge out this line. I'm just going in with a fluffy brush and smudging this liner out to it so that it creates a really nice and smoky diffused look. I'm just repeating the same process on the other eye again. Now going back in with a brush that I used earlier to apply the shadow in my crease, I'm just blending it all together so it looks nice and seamless and diffused. Then using an angled brush, I'm going back into that same kohl liner that I used and drawing a line really close to my lash line. Using the same brush, I'm going back in and just blending out till I'm happy with the result. Then I'm using that kohl pencil to draw a line on my lower waterline. I'm extending this slightly below my waterline as well because we're going to completely blend it out to create a really nice smoky look. Now doing this is really going to help to tie the whole eye look together. Now going back in with those grayish brown shades from the palette, I'm using them again on my lower lash line just to add a little more diffusion to the look. Then I'm just going in and cleaning out the inner corners just to make it look a little more clean. Next, I'm curling my eyelashes and applying a generous coat of mascara on my top as well as my lower lashes. And now I'm finishing the look off with this gorgeous shade from the new Nykaa lipstick range. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this video, do give it a big thumbs up and like and subscribe. And if you recreate this look, don't forget to tag me in your pictures. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.